We all saw it. We all saw it. Deadline day genuinely went that bad. I think we should all collectively take it upon ourselves to forget what happened and move on. Could have gone so much better. Really could have gone so much better. Run the intro. Hello everybody, my name is Bragster and welcome back to Outscored. We come off the back of the 2-0 loss to City, but I don't think anyone was talking about that after the last episode. Deadline day was shambles, absolute shambles. I have never recorded such a ridiculous episode in my life. That was absolutely ridiculous. For Football Manager, that was just nuts, and it went horribly wrong. Probably should have given up on a few players, maybe sold somebody, maybe just given up on trying to get a good deal, but I didn't, and we paid for it. So today we've got Southampton and Chelsea. Luckily, we didn't score against City, so there are no boundaries against us in this game against Southampton. The only boundary is the Matikash red card, but we do have Hefty to come in, who was a signing the day before deadline day, so that'll be good. And then we'll see what the result is against Southampton. Hopefully we can get our first win in the league this season, and then we'll see who we have available for the Chelsea match, because we might not have some players available. So I mean, the big question is, what team are we taking to face Southampton? Right, so here is the team that we're going to be taking to face Southampton. Now, this team is very different to the last time you saw it in terms of the shape and what we're going to do with it. I do have my reasonings. I'll try and explain them probably more during the match than before it. But the team that we're taking is Martinez, Hefty, Konza, Twanzebe and Target, with McGinn and Sanson in midfield, Leon Bailey and Emi Buendia in that attacking midfielder role, and Ollie Watkins playing off Danny Ings up top. Now you're probably thinking, you've moved Ollie Watkins from here up to here. Why? Big reason, Ollie Watkins is a striker. I seem to have forgotten that he is a striker, so I'm going to play him as a striker, but I'm going to play him just off of Danny Ings, because this way he can play a bit wider. He can if you look at the analysis here, not many of these spaces are not covered. These spaces are covered very well. So what I'm going to do is you're going to have Ollie Watkins dipping in here. Sanson is also being told to stay wider, so he's going to dip in a little bit here. Emi Buendia, to be honest, I'm tempted to put the roam from position on. If he doesn't really do much, I will do that, because we don't really need him there. But I really like Emi Buendia, so he can play. I'm going to have Leon Bailey going a bit further forward, as we have the cover of McGinn here. So as we've got a little bit more cover, Leon Bailey can go a bit further up and cause a few issues up here. Target is going to stay on. No, Target's going to go on attack. We're just going to bombard that left-hand side a lot, which means that Twanzebe is going to go to a cover role here. Now, that way that when Target goes forward, Twanzebe can cover. Twanzebe then also covers for Konza, who's a bit more of a ball-playing defender on that right-hand side, to make up for the fact that, there's no one there. I'm hoping this works. I've seen this work before. I've actually used this tactic before. I used it in give and take. It's an adaptation of that tactic, so I'm hoping it works. Let's get into the games. The people missing out will be Labiad, Ramsey and Traore today. We might see a cameo from Vieira. I'm not really sure. I might put Traore on the bench actually as a striker more than anything, because he can play as a striker and he's bloody quick, so he can be useful. But yeah, let's get into this game. So yeah, I'm just kind of hoping that this tactic works. I feel like it can work. It's just obviously, it's whether we take advantage of what I'm trying to do here. As Target puts one forward into McGinn. McGinn with the header, Target with the assist. And what a lovely goal there. by McGinn. A lovely set piece here. Target pull it into Leon Bailey, who's on the wrong side of the pitch, so I might need to look at my set pieces. But then McGinn puts in a lovely header into that bottom corner. Not often do you see a set-piece throw-in technique work, but that is one that most definitely worked right there. And we seem to be dominating the match. Touch wood, we seem to be dominating the match at the moment as Leon Bailey puts one in into Twanzebe, and it's in the back of the net. I changed my corner tactic. Now, do not get me wrong, I did not change it to what everyone's doing that's overpowered, but it was just something that I came up with. Speaking to my friends, I was like, oh, I think this... Oh, maybe put someone there. I've put someone there. I'm trying it out. Obviously, I was trying it out actually against Manchester City. But as we know, Manchester City, we struggled. As Ollie Watkins is going forward here, he puts it into Sanson, into target. It's put away, and then they're going to come on the counter-attack now. Hopefully we can stop it. We do, as Watkins puts one forward into Leon Bailey, who makes an absolute belter. What a goal by Leon Bailey that is. Jesus Christ, we're going to have no one to play Chelsea. Remember the parameters of this series. Whoever scores cannot play in the next match. And our team are destroying Southampton here as Leon Bailey scores a goal from miles out. Absolutely miles out. That's an absolute belter. As we have 3 different goal scorers. McGinn, Twanzebe, Leon Bailey, those are the players that we are not substituting. They are guaranteed to not be substituted. Leon Bailey puts one forward into Twanzebe. He nearly gets a second goal there. He's causing them troubles from the corner. He wasn't causing troubles before, but we've put an extra man on that front post, and he seems to be causing a lot more troubles. We are also not telling them on the corners to aim for the front post. I do like mixing it up. As they've nearly come forward as Livramento, I think it is, shot from distance. Yeah, we've not told them to put it on the front post. I know a lot of other people are, but I'm not going to cheese it. I'm not going to cheese it. I don't want to cheese it because I know it works. So I'm done it my way, and that's what we're sticking to. As we go into half-time, 3-0 up. This is absolutely bloody brilliant by the team. Right, so we're going into half-time. I've just changed it around so Leon Bailey isn't on the wrong side of the pitch because that can cause issues, especially against maybe the bigger teams. As we just seem to be really dominating this match at the moment. And for whatever reason, Emi Buendia isn't getting involved in this game whatsoever. So what we're going to do is we're going to tell him to roam from position a little bit more. Maybe cause a few issues. Sanson is not having the greatest game in the world. We're going to take him off for maybe... Wait, does Fabio play there often? I mean, maybe Fabio will work. Why not? Let's give Fabio... Wait, what's going on here? I did not ask it to go there. Let's try Fabio in this position here. See whether it works or not. You know, there's no harm in trying it. As we'll make that change. Hopefully that causes them issues. As Buendia puts the corner in, they manage to get the ball, but Ollie Watkins makes a lovely tackle there, but for whatever reason it doesn't stop this attack. And they are going to try and build up something. They're playing a tiki-taka style, and so they're going to try and slowly work this way up the pitch, as they're doing very, very well at the moment. DJ's going forward. He puts it in, but Martinez makes the save. Lovely stuff. I'm hoping we can get a fourth, but I do not want a brand new goal scorer. I want to keep, you know, our good players for the Chelsea game, as we seem to be playing reasonably well. As Che Adams is going forward, lovely tackle, but James Ward-Prowse on the volley puts it into the back of the net. It is Aston Villa 3, Southampton 1, and whew, I'm not worried. I'm genuinely not actually that worried. I feel like we've still got a lot to manoeuvre in this match. We've got a couple of goals ahead. Them getting 1 or 2 isn't going to bother us too much, as I will pause the game here. Now, bear in mind, Danny Ings hasn't scored, so I'm going to take Danny Ings off. I'm going to put Traore on. And I'm going to switch these two around. I'm going to put Traore a bit further back. I'm going to put Traore as a false 9 off of Ollie Watkins here. As that will work. Actually, maybe just keep him as a deep line forward. Ollie Watkins was doing a good job there, so why not just keep it that way? Actually, I might switch it to a pressing forward. I feel like a pressing forward could work very, very well there. As we'll keep that as it is, as the 3 people who have got their goals will stay on the pitch. I'm tempted to take Emi Buendia off, maybe for Douglas Luiz and put Vieira into his natural position a little bit more, and then play Douglas Luiz in that position. Let's try that as we get into the final 15 minutes now, and we do get an opportunity. I was tempted to praise the players, but Southampton are working their way back into this game. I might go back to balanced as Twanzebe makes an absolutely terrible mistake there, gifting them the perfect opportunity to get back fully into this game and get and go from 3-0 down to 3-2 down. We need a miracle from Martinez here. As Ward-Prowse steps up, it goes into the back of the net. There was no doubts about that, and I will waste time very frequently. And yeah, I might even lower the tempo. I'm going to be honest, as I'll skip the replay there. I will lower the tempo just a little bit more as we try and waste time, try and slow this game down, as they'll want to speed it up. A target is injured now. What are the chances of that? I've literally just done the substitutions. I've got no subs. I can't do it, can I? No. I don't even know why I tried, to be honest. Who can play left back? No one. I'm going to go to a 3 at the back. This is terrible. This is a terrible, terrible decision. As what we're going to do here is Twanzebe's going to cover in the middle, as these two are going to go as ball playing defenders on these sides. Then we're going to drag Leon Bailey a bit further back. We're going to drag Traore a bit further back as well, and McGinn might go. Douglas Luiz can go back here. Vieira here. Target can go there because he's not going to play. We'll play you as a target man. Maybe. I don't really know. This is frustrating. This has really buggered me up here. You on support. You on support. Vieira as a deep lying playmaker. Box to box ball winning midfielder. And then you as maybe an anchor. Just roaming around in that role. And yeah, let's force them inside and hope this works. Jesus Christ. As we're down to 10 men for the last few minutes of this game. Time is ticking away. I'm hoping we nick this. 5 minutes at a time, which is not what you want. But time is ticking away. We've managed to hold on to a 3-2 victory at Southampton. It is Villa 3, Southampton 2. That's a very good result for us. They got into the game massively towards the end for whatever reason. But luckily we managed to hold on even with the 10 men in those final 10 minutes. That is huge for us. That's our first win of the season. Yeah, that's a big result, as Target is out for 4 to 5 weeks. It's not good at all. We do have Chelsea next. Unfortunately, McGinn, Twanzebe and Leon Bailey cannot play against Chelsea, so we're going to have to jig around the squad a little bit. What we'll do is we'll skip forward to that game and I'll show you the team. Alright, so here is the team that we're going to be taking to Chelsea. Obviously, Leon Bailey, Twanzebe and John McGinn cannot play in this match due to their goals in the last game. Martinez, we've got Martinez in goal, Hefty, Konza, House and Young in defence, Douglas Luiz and Sanson in that midfield, Al Ghazi on the right, Buendia in the middle, and Ollie Watkins and Danny Ings up top. Buendia we've put as a trequartista this time, giving him a bit more freedom as he doesn't have any defensive responsibilities anyway due to his role, so why not just let him roam around and just do what he wants. He didn't get involved last time, hoping he gets involved this time. We've got El Ghazi on that right hand side, obviously replacing Leon Bailey. We put Young as a complete wing back. Realised that why don't we just put him on a complete wing back? If they're going to be bombing up the sides anyway, why not? And then we've got a Mazzala with Sanson, because why wouldn't I be playing a Mazzala if you want him to stay a bit wider? So yeah, we're going to try this out against Chelsea. Hopefully it works. And yeah, I've got absolutely no idea whether this is going to work or not, so I'm hoping it does. The joy of this series as well is the fact that we have less and less people on the bench every single time. You know, 3 goals, that's 3 first team players no longer on our bench. I'm going to say that nobody expects us to win, so you may as well just enjoy yourselves. As we get into this game, there's an instant highlight. This is the first minute of the match. Bear in mind, this is a corner. It's not looking good. It was cleared off the line by Ashley Young, but Sayul puts it into the back of the net. And yeah, corners are a bit weird on this game. That was one of the weirder of corners, as Pulisic put it in. Rudiger with a great header. And Sayul, I mean, I don't know who was to blame there, Young or Martinez. The commentary was saying Young, but bear in mind the header was very, very strong. It just bounced off of Young. Whereas the goalkeeper, I thought, maybe should have collected it. As Pulisic puts another one in. It's cleared off the line again. It's cleared off the line for a second time from a corner. Can we stop giving away corners, please? Jesus Christ. As Hefty puts it into Emi Buendia, back to Hefty. We're going to try and obviously play at a very high tempo because we need to, really. We can't dominate this match, so we're going to try not to. As Ollie Watkins played it forward, Emi Buendia has managed to collect it. It's pulled back into Ashley Young, who puts it over the top, but Ollie Watkins misses. He was offside anyway, but he was in the perfect position. That is exactly what I wanted Emi Buendia to do, by the way. Just roam around, pick up these loose balls where he can. Sorry. As there's another bloody... What is going on here? What is going on? These set pieces are ridiculous. The penalty awarded. That's 2 penalties in 2 matches for them. For the opposition. As Lukaku steps forward. He misses. Have that, Lukaku. I don't know who gave away the penalty or what was going on. As... hopefully we can do something here. As Ashley Young's got the ball now, he pulls it back. I thought he was passing it to Lukaku, to be honest. It definitely looked that way. Santa's got it. It's into Danny Ings, into Douglas Luiz, into Al Ghazi, into Ollie Watkins. And what a play that was. Aston Villa just absolutely tore Chelsea apart right there. As it was beautiful, one-touch football. It was into Sanson, into Ings, who put it into Luiz, into El Ghazi, into Watkins, and the first time shot by Ollie Watkins. That's why we got Ollie Watkins alongside Danny Ings. So when Danny Ings comes back, Ollie Watkins is right on there to pounce on those chances, and that's exactly what he did. Hopefully, now that's us getting into this game, as Martinez puts it over the top, Ollie Watkins wins it into Buendia, into Danny Ings, who puts it into the back of the net. It is Aston Villa 2, Chelsea 1, and this team is playing beautifully. This is the first time we have seen this all season, and in this episode, we've changed things up just the tiniest little amount, and it seems to be working. Unfortunately, or luckily, actually, that means that both of our strikers can't play in the next match. That means that Danny Ings and Ollie Watkins cannot play in the next match. The next match is the cup match against Wigan, which is why I don't actually mind it. As Hudson-Odoi goes forward, it's into the back of the net. It's Chelsea 2, Villa 2. Jesus Christ, this match is going to be ridiculous, isn't it? Thank God this isn't give and take. As they just came forward. Quite clearly, Lukaku just made Konza out of position, and then Hudson-Odoi just ran through. No one picked up Hudson-Odoi whatsoever there, and yeah, it just made life really easy for them. As they've been very dominant, but you got to remember they've also had a penalty, which does help. I'm going to put my hands in my pocket to say I'm happy with them, although I'm going to tell the defenders that I'm not very happy with their performances. Let's be honest, it hasn't been great. I should probably change Young's role because Young is getting torn apart by Chelsea here. As Hefty, I don't know what happened there. He tried to put a cross in, but it didn't really work. It's put over the top, but Konza manages to clean up house. As Hefty's now got it into Al Ghazi, into Buendia, and Buendia can do what he does best, which is just run forward and lose the ball, apparently. Just a curse of the commentator. Konza cleans up again. Konza's having a great game here. Danny Ings into Buendia, into Sanson, over the top into Ollie Watkins. It's put into the back of the net. I don't know if that was on or offside. I'm going to be honest. If that was onside, Ollie Watkins is having a blinder himself. I think it's a goal. I think it casts as a goal. Buendia had it here. He put it into Sanson. Ollie Watkins timed his run to absolute perfection, and it's a beautiful finish by Ollie Watkins. It's Aston Villa 3, Chelsea 2. And I want to see how close this was. It was bloody close, but Ollie Watkins did time it to perfection. What I will do, however, is I will put Ashley Young on a fullback on attack. I will just have him a little bit deeper, as it makes the most sense. It does make the most sense in this scenario, as Young is having a terrible, terrible game. Now, bear in mind, we haven't got any other left-backs, really. We need him to have a better game. Douglas Luiz isn't having a very good game, but Douglas Luiz, fortunately for us, is very replaceable, as Marvellous can go onto the pitch there. We do have Ben Christie who can play there, but I really don't want to play him against Chelsea, as I feel like that would be a pretty big risk. So I'll just confirm the 1 sub for now. What I will do is we'll start wasting time. We'll lower the tempo just the tiniest amount, as it's another corner. Pulisic, it's into Lukaku. This is ridiculous. Chelsea on this game, do not give them corners. You're not allowed to, because that is now, what, the 3rd corner in this game that they've now virtually put in the back of the net. It's just ridiculous. No one's picking up Lukaku, and it's in the back of the net. If it's not one player, it's another on Chelsea's team. It just gets rather frustrating when they're just battering you from set pieces. If it was, you know, if it was free kicks, I'd tell my players to stand off, but you can't really tell them not to, you know, block the ball. As Mason Mount scores out of absolute, oh, this is winding me up. I don't know what we can do. I really don't know what we can do. Ashley Young is coming off the pitch. I don't care if it's a kid playing there. Ashley Young is one of the worst defenders on this game. Jesus Christ. That now means we're behind. For the first time in this match, we're behind. And guess what that means? It probably means we're going to lose. That is the most frustrating thing. If this is I swear to God, this is it's another corner goal. This is ridiculous. What are we supposed to do? Seriously, what are we supposed to do to this? That is 5-3 to Chelsea now. And 3 of the goals have come from corners. 3 of them. What are we supposed to do to this? We can't do anything. Oh, this is mightily, mightily frustrating. Matty Cash can come on for Hefty, or we're going to replace one of the centre-backs. We'll replace one of the centre-backs. We'll replace House, because House is the only one that's not doing very well. And we'll do that. It's the only option I think we've got. Yeah, I'm just baffled, viewers. I really don't know what to do. Sometimes, you know, there are certain games where it's just guaranteed to lose. This feels like one of them. As Kovacic shoots from distance, they've hit the post. I don't know where this XG is coming from, by the way. It's just a joke. Don't concede from a corner again. They've nearly scored from a corner. How? How can this game be so overpowered with corners? It's ridiculous. Well, we didn't deserve to lose that game. I'm actually going to tell them well done, because I'm not going to lie, there's not much we can do when we keep conceding from bloody corners, right? Just because they're overpowered on this year's game. It's just ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous. The only 2 from open play were Hudson-Odoi and Mason Mount. All the others, our goals were from open play, at least, you know. Just look at that. Look at that. They had a penalty and everything. It was, we were guaranteed to lose that match. We really were. Yeah, it's a disappointing way to end the episode, but it was a great way to start the episode. That Southampton game just showed that I feel like the style of play that we're starting to play is going to work in the future against other teams. You know, we just faced a really good Chelsea side, unfortunately, that on a game where corners and crosses are overpowered, they have some of the tallest people on the game. So, yeah, it's a bit disappointing, that one. But we'll take the positives from the Southampton game and just our general play. We do have Wigan and Leicester City in the next episode. We should be getting we should beat Wigan, and I think we should beat Leicester in it as well. I feel like we can definitely beat Leicester, especially if we play like we did today. Although Ollie Watkins and Danny Ings can't start or come off the bench against Wigan as well. So, yeah, that's it for this episode. If you have enjoyed it, make sure to hit that like button. Comment anything down below. If you're new here, please do subscribe for more stuff like this. And I shall see all of you in the next video. See ya! Corners are bloody ridiculous. Absolutely bloody ridiculous.